You need to build your personal freaking brand, and you build it based on who you are. You're many things. You are an entrepreneur, but you're a mom. You are, you're a partner. You've got so many other things going on. And primarily the fact that you are a mom that had a child that was struggling, you needed help, you found the help, that helped change your life, and you just, from there, you became different.
This is Secrets for Success.
So when I said yesterday that I realized that I could do this.
Yeah.
I think, and going back to Thursday too, I think I spent I didn't ever think I could, who am I to do any of this is where I've been. And then I think I was focusing so much on building everyone else up that I left myself behind.
Yeah.
And that's why when I just realized that I could
Yeah.
that I could do this.
Yeah.
So now I need to know what I should actually be doing with putting myself in the front.
Yeah. So I think let's just talk from a business standpoint, tactically, what I would personally be doing. We talk about us as the CEO, us as the entrepreneur. Our job should be to lead. It should be to communicate. And it should be to think. It's really what we should be doing. We should be doing some unification work, primarily communication work and visionary work. And from a communication standpoint, on a weekly basis, the things that you should be doing is setting aside time to be able to think, to be able to think of ideas of the things that we did this week, to scroll, but we're not scrolling for entertainment. We're scrolling because we are trying to build our mission. We're trying to get more people in front of us, kind of like what Mark said. We're trying to stop ignoring the starving people out there, right? Stop ignoring me, right? Okay. And understand that every day I'm going to be focused on trying to find ways to be able to reach those people. I'm going to be on Instagram. I'm going to be on TikTok, but I'm going to be spending a good chunk of that time seeing what other people are doing that's getting me to stop and thinking about how I can use something along those lines to get other people to stop. So that should be something that is in your daily / weekly routine. That's number one. Number two is you've built momentum here this weekend. You've created a start. It's not a habit yet. You started doing things that you said you would never do, and not one video and somebody prying you. No, you actually did it. I was telling this to the team this morning that I gave you an out.
Yeah.
I gave you an out. And I did not know until I felt like you were going to be here, but I gave you an out. I never do that. It's just because I knew you and I knew what's going on. And I also know that if I know a couple days of just recharging could be everything. And it could be maybe even more important than what it is that I have for you, because I know you need that. But you chose to be here because deep down, you want this. You want to do it. So that's what I need you to do. I just need you to be able to do that and not need any type of, but God, I need the right environment. I need the right people around me. No, screw that. You can do this. You can, and you have everything in order to pull this off. So you need to do that. You need to just set aside time. I think you should do a minimum at least right now, so we can become habitual, I think you should do a minimum of 2 to 3 days a week that I'm going to set aside my content creation time. So I'll just tell you how I do it. I have on my schedule, it's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. It's going to be on Wednesday. I have my content creation time. I have from tomorrow, I have the platinum and all the other stuff. But 2 to 4, if I don't have a call with the membership, that's my content creation time. So you should have a minimum of 3 days a week that you're setting aside, a minimum of 1 to 2 hours each time. And that's your content creation time. And use that time to just start speaking and looking at yourself and saying, like, I know it's funny, but it's true. I'm good enough to do this. Like, I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Like, seriously, like that's it. So that's how you move forward from here. Go ahead and put that in your calendar and put it in from now. Put it in your Google phone from now on your Google Calendar from 1 to 3 or from 2 to 4, and do it 2 to 3 days a week, and give it a reminder 20 minutes before, and a reminder 10 minutes before, and a reminder 5 minutes before, to say, I am committed to this. I'm going to do this. And then you allocate that time and you start creating stuff. That's what you need to do.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
Do I do this through my personal page or through Flourishing Lives?
I think the majority of it you can do through your personal page. I think Flourishing Lives, I would focus on Flourishing Lives. I'd focus on the team. I'd focus on the other therapists. I'd focus on the patients. But from your personal page, I'd focus on, like, you are like the guide for so many parents. Like, you are that parent that you're a super fan. You're a freaking super fan. It's like the best people that want to follow. You're not a therapist talking down to us. Oh, this is what I do for a living, whatever. You are the super. So I personally would do it for your personal. I do it for your personal. I think Flourishing Lives could have things.
Yeah.
But Flourishing Lives, as Mark would say, is more like, I don't want to say it's the clip art stuff, but it's more like, okay, I'm featuring my therapist. I'm featuring what we're doing at the clinic. I'm featuring this. You need to build your personal freaking brand, and you build it based on who you are. You're many things. You are an entrepreneur, but you're a mom. You are, you're a partner. You've got so many other things going on, and primarily the fact that you are a mom that had a child that was struggling, you needed help, you found the help, that helped change your life, and you just, from there, you became different. And you're like, I'm not stopping here. This has to change the lives of so many other people. But it's only part of your story. It's only part of what you are. There's so many more things than that, right? Now you're an entrepreneur. Now you're this. I just think it's a very, very, very compelling story.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Well, I've been completely avoiding my personal brand and
yeah,
I literally trying to be behind the scenes of everything. And as I've had to step out of that and do more, it's going well.
Yeah. I just think you got to acknowledge that. This is this is it, and I think it sets you up for whatever path you take in life. You'll be okay. It's all going to build upon each other. Like right now, at this season of your life, this is where you're at. But I think deep down, it's who you are. That's the big thing. I think who you are is somebody that when you believe in something, you go freaking ham. That's who you are. I don't even think yeah, you're an entrepreneur. Yeah, you run pediatric clinics. But to me, that's not the person that I'm fascinated with. Person I'm fascinated with is you have this obsessive personality like me. That's the pull that I have. There's an obsession there. And that obsession could turn into coffee. It could be that, I don't know, there's some, they are bulletproof coffee. It could be something, I don't know, some bulletproof vest coffee. Let's just say something does something amazing for you. You had this personality that you could end up opening up a bulletproof vest line of coffee shops. It's because of who you are. When something means something to you, you feel very compelled and obligated to do something about it. That's the brand. I just don't think most people know it.
Yeah.
I know it. Well, because I've worked with you for 4 years. Like, so I know it. Like, I have figured it out. And that to me that's my personal draw to you. It's like, she's psycho like me. So, but your personality,
the best way.
huh? What's that?
The best way.
In a very good way. But it's like our personalities are different. I'm a little more out, like, hey, yeah, and I can kind of like command the room type of thing. You're not like that, but it's the same freaking thing. Like, I know it and you know it. It's the same thing. And I think that's unique and that's different. And I just don't think you should be ashamed of that. I think you just like, Otter, this is who I am. And when it's time for you to turn it on, you have another switch, you have another gear. That's a whole nother person. And I believe you have this alter ego that comes out at times and you flip it. And it's just, to me, it's fascinating to watch. I like it. But yeah, I think you need to honor that. Just honor who you are. That's it. Anything else?
I don't know. It's just weird to get, like, I've been through a lot the past few months of trying to figure everything out. And like, I think I'm coming out the other side of that with, I don't know, more like, I've always been the person that fixes everything.
Yeah.
At the cost of myself.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, like, I enjoy helping other people.
Yeah.
So, like, that does that gives me life, being able to help people through things so that they don't have to go through what I've been through.
Mm-hmm.
But I can do it in a more purposeful way.
Yeah.
And without killing myself.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, and look, you've figured it out to a certain part. Let's not act like you're totally clueless here. Okay. All right. You help people. You love to help people. I think one of the things when you have personalities like mine and yours, we had talked about this privately on Thursday, where it can be very catastrophic in our thinking sometimes, and even in our actions. The reality is that you love to help people. That is truly genuine. But two things can be true at the same time. You can love to help people, but you can also be such a extreme fixer that you don't allow people to help themselves.
Yeah.
Okay. So does that make you disingenuous when you're helping people? No. But sometimes you help people so much that you are willing to do anything that's needed for them to get the help. And sometimes that even means getting in the way of them helping themselves. And through you doing that subconsciously, not even realizing you're doing that, you're not trying to sabotage them, but you are.
Yeah.
That you could burn yourself out in the process. And then you can become resentful to the people that you actually offered to help. And that's kind of on you. Okay? So that doesn't make you disingenuous. That doesn't make it wrong, right? It's just us being aware, right? And sometimes you need not just yourself, but you need somebody else to kind of step in and say, hey, this is what I see you're doing. And because I'm not knee deep in it, I'm out, so I can see it, right? But like you're learning. I mean, you figured it out. You figured it out. You might need a little help with it, but you figured it out. So now the question is, what do? You keep on doing that? Do you keep on just not giving them the benefit of the doubt that they can help themselves? Do you keep on helping everybody with every single thing, not giving them the ability to help themselves? Right? No, you don't do that. Okay, great. Do you have any experience knowing how to do that? Like, do you have any experience knowing how to do that? Do you know how to let people help themselves? Yes, you actually do. You actually do. You shared one of those situations with me to a dear person in your life, right? You did that with that person. So you know how to do it. You want to do it. You've acknowledged and you're not aware of the things that you are doing that are not only not empowering people, but it's also pissing you off. So there we go. like, we're good. So now we're just going to start to do it. We're going to start to do it. And it's not going to change overnight with things, but yeah. And it might change the dynamic of some relationships. It might make you, but I think there's going to be so much good that comes from it. So yeah, I think that's really it. That's it. I think you figured out a lot.
Yeah.
In the last 4 days, I think so much has been figured out, but I don't think that really much of that has anything to do with me. I think that you became aware, like, something's wrong here, and I'm literally kind of on the verge here, like losing it a little bit. So then we just had to ask, but you had to acknowledge that most of us just keep on powering through, and then we just crash out.
Well, I crashed out.
And then you'll have to be aware
Yeah.
of the crash out, of what happened.
Yeah.
So
I crashed out, but I don't have a choice other than to pick up the pieces and keep moving.
Well,
but I have to move different.
Yeah.
So.
And the reality is, actually, you do have a choice. Okay.
Wow.
You don't have see, that's the beautiful thing about you.
Yeah.
That's what makes you unique. Like, I don't have a choice but to figure this out and let's move forward. Most people don't do that. They say, I don't have like, it is what it is. They just take it for what it is. You have a growth mindset, and you're like, no, I don't want to experience this anymore. What the heck is going on that got me to this point? See, most people don't do that. And they just keep on doing what it is that they're doing. And then crash out 2 happens. And crash out 3 happens. And crash out 4 happens. And honestly, a lot of bad things happen. So, to me, that's not what you did. So good for you. Give yourself some credit, please. Okay?
Yeah. I actually, I've been doing all these networking events, but I met someone and her name was really familiar to me. And then she was talking about what she does, and she helps parents of kids with special needs, like, navigate everything. And then I realized I was actually in, like, a Facebook group with her many years ago when I was looking for help, and she was posting in there, which, like, led me on a different path of finding help. And now we're working together on the same goal.
Wow.
But she was someone, like, I remembered her name from 13 years ago.
Wow.
Because she was out there. She was helping people.
Some people, yeah.
She wasn't letting the people starve outside.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah.
like...
Yeah, it's awesome. Isn't it funny?
Yeah.
I look at it full circle.
Yeah.
I look at it full circle. And at that time, here's my question to you. Did you become our client? No. Did she have a program? If she did you buy it?
I almost went to one of her events. I didn't.
And you never did?
No.
Okay.
No.
This is important to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you ever exchanged any money with her?
No.
Okay. And she might be single-handedly one of the most important pieces of your entire journey.
Yeah.
And that's the point. That's the point of all this stuff.
Yeah.
See, most people think the point is to get sales, to get more people in your clinics. You will never know the things that you have done for people. And honestly, you don't even need to know. You just need to know it's happening and it's going to happen. I would love, well, you're working with her now, but, like, if she even knew, like, she basically was probably...
Oh, I told her.
Oh,
yeah.
It's the most amazing thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, that's what you have the ability to do for people. I mean, by the way, you've already done it. You've done it through your facilities, through your businesses. I just think that, and honestly, you've done it partially hiding.
Yeah.
That's so wild about it. You've done it partially hiding. It's so crazy, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is crazy, but there's been a lot of people in my life like that have helped me find the way. And
right.
I didn't think of myself as someone that could be that person.
Oh.
But I see it.
Yeah,
you see it now.
Okay, can I tell you what I saw? And I know I've said this to you, but I truly believe your story is extremely, extremely compelling, and it's extremely dynamic. And I believe that even the thing that initially was my personal agenda, I think is so compelling. But I think there's just so many layers of you. I think there's so many layers of you that you could pull people in to help them in so many ways. I actually think there's more layers to you than there are to me. I truly, honest to God, I truly see it. I truly see it. I think you have the ability to help so many people through now, I don't know your intensity of wanting to do this. You know what I mean? Of wanting to like put yourself like, I don't know.
Yeah.
To be determined. We'll see. I think there's more layers to you than there is to me. Look, you haven't even hit this layer. The layer of you being someone that is a non-entrepreneur, non-healthcare professional running an entrepreneurial establishment in healthcare. That was the draw. Have you ever sat and thought about that? Like, hey, I want to help all the people that want to be in. You haven't even thought of that. That's not even your thing. I mean, you've thought of like helping other pediatric practice owners. I've heard that, obviously what you're doing in your clinics, a few other things. You haven't even thought of that. That was what drew me. Like, damn, that's impressive. I mean, like, does anybody even know that at one point you were out of state?
Yeah.
You're in a totally different state running. Like, so I'm saying there's so many layers that for you might not be a big deal because you're knee deep in it. But from the outside, I'm like, damn, it's really impressive. So anyways, that's it. All right. You got anything else?
I don't think so. Like, I think they were asking me like what we talked about in our private consult day. And I'm like, she's fixing me. That's
So there's no fixing.
well, it's just like getting my head right. I can't I figured out business I get it. I still need to learn more always and like the marketing, whatever. But like the biggest barrier for me is me and getting my head right.
Wow.
So thank you.
It's just called life, man. Yeah. It's called life. And most people think that they are one tactic, one strategy away from everything taking off. And that's usually not what it is. It's usually what we built on Thursday. That's usually what it is. And you can't tell people that.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear it. No, that's not, no, if I just knew how to. Okay, buddy. Okay. But, and to me, that also takes a very emotionally mature person. You have to be very emotionally mature to like say, okay, I know that like I ain't fully right here. I know that I'm feeling certain things. I'm trying to process what the hell am I feeling and why am I feeling like this? You have to be very emotionally mature to be vulnerable enough to say, this is what's going on here. I'm not sure about this part of my life. I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about that. I don't even know. That takes maturity. Like you gotta have some character to be able to do that. But you see most people are bullshitting. They are bullshitting. Just, if I just give me a break. Right? So it just takes a special person to be able to do that. And then, I might be able to help you. I might not. But I know for sure I can't help you if you don't tell me.
Right.
I can't. So you gave me enough to where we can at least talk it through. We can at least talk it through. And I think you got some value from this week.
Oh, yeah.
And so, yeah, I think you created that. You created that space for us to be able to do that, So good for you.
It's not hard. I don't ever ask people for help. Like,
so
that's
our problem.
Right.
Yeah, that's our problem.
It's been having to do that has been a new a thing for me.
Yeah.
But it's also, I gave the opportunity for people to step up and to help me.
Right.
And
Help you. Yeah.
me to see that I don't have to do it all alone.
Yeah. I wonder why they do that.
Yeah.
You know? And I ask myself something, why do I not ask for help? Like, why do I, is it my ego? Is that what it is? Is it that I'm afraid? Is it that I am sometimes a perfectionist and I feel like if I ask you for your help, I'm going to have to listen to what you say. And I don't know if I want to listen. I don't fully know what it is. I think we need to dive into that a little bit and figure out what, or is it that, from our childhood, we've always been the ones that people came to for help. So I know for me, one of the things is that if I ask people for help, because so many people look to me as, I don't want to say like the savior, but so many people look to me as like the solutions person. And I know people are inspired by what it is that I do and what they see my life is and whatever I show them, right? Okay. So I sometimes feel like if I ask you for help and I feel like you're already struggling,
Right.
I feel like if you see I'm struggling, it almost like says, well, there's no way I can win. If Greg can't even win, there's no way I can. So I feel like me asking you for help is me showing that I might be struggling. And if I show you that I'm struggling, it justifies to you why you can't win.
Yeah.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I think there's that too. And I think because it's always been my responsibility to help everyone else. And so if I need help, then I'm putting more on them when they are already.
When they are already struggling, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I do think the other part for me is being let down by I can let myself down. I don't need someone else to do it too. So if I ask for something and you're not going to come through for me, I could have done that myself and not have to feel let down.
Damn. All right. Well, I'm going to say something.
Yeah.
So there was something that I shared with somebody of some feelings that I was having, and I was looking for their support recently, and I didn't get it. So I know what you mean by that.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I'm going through right now and feeling that every time I feel like I've shared something, I feel like I've shared it with people that allegedly I'm supposed to be close with. I feel like they're just constantly letting me down. So I totally feel that with you.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid that not only do I feel like I have to be the perfect for people at times, but I also feel as though it's hard for us to open up. So then when we open up and then you let me down, I just say, screw it. I'll just hold it all in.
Yeah.
But I will say this, and how much stomach problems and health problems I was having. And I was even noticing this week, this is the first time I've been able to have this or have coffee. It's been months, Gwen.
Yeah.
It's been months. And I'm like, what just happened? I'm not taking any, Pepsid. I'm not taking anything to heal my stomach. It's and I realized that what it was that I was trying to internalize everything, do everything, fix everything. And I've changed over the last couple of months where it's okay, some of you are going to let me down. Some aren't. But I'm going to continue to reach out to people for help. And I'm not going to try to do everything myself. And you might let me down. You might not. I'm going to keep my expectations to a very low level. But I'm going to still ask.
Yeah.
And if you let me down, you let me down. But I'm going to continue to keep my heart open for other people to help me. And as I've done that, there have been people that have helped me. There have been people also that have let me down.
Yeah.
And in the future, there are going to be people that are going to help me because I'm going to continue to do it. But there are going to be people that I'm expecting to not let me down. They're going to let me down again. And so, but I also realize what's happening to me. What's happening to me is I'm feeling better.
Yeah.
What's happening to me is that I'm not my body is not falling apart anymore. What's happening to me is that I'm not totally on that neurological precipice and constantly on edge. It's not anymore. And I think that's what you are learning.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. All right.
That's your Keitzel.
That was easy.